Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara, and today I'm going to be filming a fun little day in my life. But before I dive into kind of what I'm going to be doing today, I want to share a few little life updates. So since the last time you saw me, I have some news. Ian and I recently got engaged on July 27th. As of that day, we had been together for 10 years and 4 months, so we kind of already felt like we were married. But anyways, that is some big life update that happened for me that we're really excited about. Let's see what else. Ian got a new job. Also a much smaller update. I had a weird sore throat cough situation start like a week ago or so. I never felt sick. I feel fine now. But if my voice sounds a little bit raspy, or if it cuts in and out, sometimes that's why, but I'm not sick. So anyways, just made my little protein smoothie for the morning. I realized it kind of matches my shirt. I'm very purple today. I have a few errands to run, so probably gonna head over to TJ Maxx and Home Goods. I'm really lacking in just plain t-shirts, just plain colors, simple shirts. Probably going to look for some of those. I'm also going to go to a couple thrift stores because we're in need of some new water glasses. Two of ours recently broke kind of randomly. They were just sitting on the counter and then just popped. I'm not really sure why, but anyway, we only are down to two. I'm gonna see what I can find. So I'm gonna try to go to Regeneration Station, which I did feature in my thrifting video, I think earlier this year. And I might go in a Screen Door. That place tends to be a little bit more gardeny, but they do have some home stuff too. Aside from that, I have to run to Whole Foods to pick up some cornbread and bagels. Very random. Oh, also on Instagram this morning, I asked people if they had any questions about anything really. So if there are enough questions that come in, I'll probably include a mini Q&A type thing at the end of this video. That's about it. So I think I'm gonna finish my smoothie, probably check up on a couple emails. I don't think Home Goods even opens until 9:30, so I'll probably head out in about 30 minutes or so. Alright, just pulled up at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. I don't really think I'm going to film anything in there because I feel like most places across the country, or at least on the East Coast, have a TJ Maxx or Home Goods. So I don't think there's going to be anything that's too monumental. But I will definitely film the inside of some of those thrift stores. But I'm going to head in here now, see what I can find, and if I find some cool things, I'll share them with you. Well, no luck at Home Goods. There were a couple shirts that were really close to working, but for one reason or another, it didn't work out. So I left there and headed over to Screen Door, which is the first of two thrift stores that I'm going to go in. And like I said earlier, just going to be looking for some plain, just water glasses. So hopefully we can find something. The other thing that I kind of need is a stainless steel pot. We tend to use actually caraway pots and pans, which are ceramic, non-toxic, all that. But for steaming things like corn and Brussels sprouts or whatever, the one stainless steel pot that we had broke. So I don't think they're really going to have that in here. That's more of a Goodwill or Salvation Army kind of thing, but I'll look anyways. But main goal is water glasses, so gonna head in there now and see what we can find. Well, it's me back in the car again. Just finished up at Screen Door. Unfortunately, didn't find anything there, although I will say they did actually have some glasses, silverware, like that sort of thing. So they actually did have some options, just not the ones that I was looking for. Hopefully I'll have some luck at Regeneration Station. I'm gonna head there now. But honestly, I had a good time just wandering around Screen Door. It's a very calm, relaxing place. They had like Frank Sinatra playing and just like old school music. It's a Wednesday morning, so there weren't many people there either. Not that there ever really are. But yeah, it was nice. Been a relaxing morning so far, so gonna head over to Regeneration Station. I probably won't film nearly as much in there as I did here, just because I did already feature them in my thrifting vlog, but I will show you a few clips. So let's head over there now. Finished up at Regeneration Station, and again, out of luck. They had a bunch of different options again, but nothing really that I was looking for. So, I don't know, I guess what I'm looking for is pretty particular. But I'm gonna run into Whole Foods now. It's already 12:15-ish, so I'm gonna pick up that cornbread, bagels, and I might get myself like an iced coffee or something because I'm feeling a bit tired. I don't know what it is about thrifting or antiquing or whatever, but it just wears me out. I don't know if it's just the constant thinking of, I don't know, looking through things and thinking what will work, but it just kind of wears me out sometimes. So I'm going to run in here, pick this up, and that originally was going to be just kind of the end of my errands, but I'm really determined to find some sort of water glasses. So I'm gonna try one more place. I think I'm gonna run into Sweeten Creek Antiques, which I also showed before in my thrifting video, but I don't know, I'm just gonna try there real quick on my way home and see if they have what we're looking for. So let's head into Whole Foods, pick up those couple things, and head over to Sweeten Creek. Hey guys, so as you could probably tell, it is now the next day. Basically, I spent like, I don't know, like two and a half hours yesterday at Sweeten Creek, and I actually did end up leaving with some glasses. They were these turquoise glasses that were only like $13 for 4 of them, and I thought, you know what, these are gonna match some of our bowls really well, and quite frankly, they do. However, I just feel like I was feeling a bit bold yesterday, and I tend to be a very neutral person. I realize I'm saying that and I'm wearing like a bright shirt today, but generally I tend to just like neutrals, like beige, earthy tones to like green and I don't know, just colors like that. And so turquoise glasses aren't necessarily my aesthetic. All this to say, I brought these glasses home and didn't really love them so much, so I'm actually just going to be giving them to a friend, and I ended up just ordering some different glasses on Amazon that were pretty much perfectly what I'm looking for. I'll put up a little image here. They're basically just clear glass and kind of have like a crinkled or like misshapen look to them. I wanted to chat a little bit too. I feel like, you know, I've done thrifting before, I've definitely purchased thrifted items before, but I feel like over the past year, maybe 2 years, I've just been having a lot of fails with thrifting. I'm not really sure why. I know I did like a clothing thrifting video, I think earlier this year, like January, February timeframe, and ended up like getting rid of like one of those items already, maybe two. I don't know. I just feel like I've had bad luck, or just I'm not the best at making decisions. That's probably really what it is, because I sometimes like to take things home, see how they work in my space, think about it, and then return them. But with thrifting, you can't really return things most of the time. Anyways, it ended up still being a pretty fun day. I kind of was in a bad mood last night because I regretted my purchase and I don't like wasting money, and you can't return things at Sweeten Creek. But it's $13, I'll get over it, not a big deal. Then today I actually went out and tried to sell some clothes that I had been wanting to get rid of at Plato's, made $7, nothing too crazy, and looked for some stuff there, didn't really find anything. And then I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to drop off at Goodwill, did that, and honestly, I am someone who, I maybe have been into Goodwill a few times, but never really shopped there. And I actually decided, what the heck, I'm here, I've tried TJ Maxx, I've tried Plato's, I've tried other places, like other thrifting places and stuff. You know, why don't I just try here? I'm just looking for some basic shirts. And I was actually pleasantly surprised, but I ended up finding some really good pieces. I realize this is not really a clothing channel, and some of you may not care about this at all, but I did want to share some of the things that I bought. So let me bring them over here. So the first thing I bought is this emerald green long sleeve shirt. It's super, super soft, super comfortable. It has this turtleneck, not too thick or anything. It's actually a Calvin Klein, and I got this for $5. It honestly feels and looks like brand new. Emerald green, I feel like, is just one of those colors that looks really, really good on me. I feel like it goes well with my hair. I have blue eyes, and I feel like it just kind of brings out the color of my eyes too. Actually, one of my favorite long sleeve shirts was emerald green, and it just got really worn out and didn't really look good anymore, so I'm really glad that I was able to find a replacement. The next item I got is this like lavender colored t-shirt. I really love lavender, the flower, in my tea, as a scent, in candles, to eat. Like, I just love lavender. And honestly, I've never really been a purple person, but last year I purchased a long sleeve lavender t-shirt, and it's one of my favorite shirts now. So I thought a little short sleeve shirt in really the same exact color would look nice. So this is just an Eddie Bauer short sleeve lavender shirt. I, for whatever reason, found a bunch of Eddie Bauer stuff, and I've just been in need of like plain shirts. So I got just a plain white t-shirt, Eddie Bauer again, and a plain tan t-shirt, again, Eddie Bauer. Someone must have loved them and just dropped off all their stuff. And then the last thing, which I'm pretty excited about this, I actually found an Anthropology shirt at Goodwill, which I feel like is like an accomplishment, and I'm happy about it. So it's just this black shirt, and it has this little design. You can read that if you want, but just casual. I just need some casual stuff to like go with shorts, go with jeans, for layering. That's what I got. All of the items were $5, so total of I think like $26 and something after tax. So very happy with that. I feel like today definitely brought my mood around from yesterday, and I was kind of feeling down about thrifting. If you guys thrift too, let me know. I feel like some days are just hit or miss. So ultimately, I guess I didn't really film a full day in my life. You kind of are getting two at this point, but I did want to end off this video with a couple questions that came in on my Instagram yesterday. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I posted a little question box saying I'm filming a video. If you have any questions, let me know and I would be happy to answer them. So let me pull those up now. So the first question is, what has been your favorite WNC or Western North Carolina small town to visit? I would say the answer to this question is going to be in two parts. So if we're talking just like Asheville region, like within an hour of Asheville, I would definitely have to say Black Mountain, which I feel like everyone says that, but there really is a lot to love about Black Mountain. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, or you've just seen some of my other videos, you'll know that I've filmed actually 2 videos in Black Mountain. I just love it there so much. It's very walkable. There's really good food, really great galleries, and just local shops. There's like Tomahawk right near downtown, like walking distance. There's music, there's trails, there's mountain views from the town. There's just a lot to love, and it's only 20 minutes from Asheville. Personally, I love Black Mountain, as do a lot of other people, which is why housing there tends to be more expensive. I would say the other answer that I have for this question, though, is if we're talking truly about just any part of Western North Carolina, meaning just any part in the mountains, I would actually have to say Blowing Rock is my all-time favorite. Not just in Western North Carolina, not just in North Carolina, or even the East Coast. I mean, I think anywhere I've been in my entire life, Blowing Rock is my all-time favorite place. Probably tied with Marblehead, Massachusetts, but that's a little bit of a tangent. So I love Blowing Rock so much. It's a very small town, and honestly, it's actually why I moved to Asheville. So I moved here just to be closer to Blowing Rock. And while I could have moved there, I feel like job opportunities aren't as great there. It's definitely much more of a seasonal town, so the places around there definitely either close down or have very limited hours in the off season, so typically just winter. But I just felt like being in my 30s, it probably would be a little bit too small of a town. Although I did seriously consider it because I love it, honestly, for very similar reasons to why I love Black Mountain. It's walkable, there's great music, great food, great local artists, hiking trails, pretty much all the same reasons, honestly. But yeah, I really love Blowing Rock, and honestly, I love Boone too. Boone is only like 20 minutes from Blowing Rock, and it's where App State is, and I love a lot of places there too. So that's my favorite part of Western North Carolina, but close to Asheville, Black Mountain. All right, the second question I have is, what is one of your favorite spots in Asheville to catch a sunrise, sunset, or just quiet? I really like this question, and I am personally not a morning person, so I have never watched the sunrise, at least not here. I mean, I probably did sometime as a kid on the beach or something, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I would imagine somewhere in the Parkway. I'm sure that there are some like I know that there are some south or east facing overlooks that would probably be a great spot to watch the sunrise. In terms of sunset, I have done that a couple times, and my favorite spot is Craggy Gardens. A lot of other people do know about that and like that area too, so it can be a little bit busier, although I feel like everyone tends to be pretty quiet. It's not like a big crowd of loud people. But if you go to Craggy, I would say you can either park along the little parking area they have right on the parkway, or if you drive just a few hundred feet down the road, then you can go to the Craggy Pinnacle hike, that parking lot, and you can walk up there. I forget how long that trail is. Forget if it's a half a mile out, half mile back, or I think that's what it is. It might be 1 mile out, 1 mile back. I don't think so though. I think it's a mile total. But I love that place. If you don't even hike to the full top of that, you can still have a good view. But you obviously have a great view from the top too. Great place to watch the sunset. Aside from that, I'm sure there are other places. That's just the one that I typically go to. Oh, you know, actually, another good spot to watch the sunset would be in downtown Asheville on any rooftop bar. So Hemingway's Cuba is one of my favorite restaurants, largely because of the view. They have good food too, but they have a balcony right near the Grove Arcade and absolutely gorgeous views of the sunset. So definitely recommend that too. And there are other bars downtown or rooftop places. There's Antidote, the Montford, and some others. But anyways, definitely recommend that for sunset. Also, in terms of quiet places, there's definitely the Arboretum. I would say that's my go-to place to find quiet. It's honestly like a 200-something, 300-something acre property. I forget how large it is exactly, but they have 10 miles of hiking trails, gardens everywhere. I feel like it's typically not crazy busy, especially if you go on like a weekday or even have like a little picnic dinner there. I've done that a couple times and it's always been like very chill, very relaxing. I feel like there are a lot of little nooks and crannies where you can just find a little bench in the corner or lay out a blanket on the meadow and really just find your own quiet space. I would say the Arboretum is my #1 place to go when I'm looking for some peace and quiet. If you're looking for something more indoors, I'm not too sure, honestly. I mean, I actually haven't been, but maybe like the art museum downtown. I realize I've been filming for a little while now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. If you guys have any questions for me, always feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to respond to you and answer your questions. Also, if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you are not already. All right, everyone, well, I'll see you very soon in the next one.